Hi everyone, this is Jen, GUE's NextGen Scholar, and in this other quick mini update from GUE Centre Base 1 in Sardinia, we are doing everything from an ITC to producing a documentary on a recreational science week and the GUE Creative Week. However, first things first was to test my own avatar dry suit, which I admit was a bit scary, but now I love how light and flexible it is. Playing in the seagrass meadows with my other ITC candidates was the perfect introduction to my first med dives. Okay, so I came into this 7-day ITC course knowing that my foundational skills were not up to par, and thus came away with nothing to lose, so I was pleasantly surprised. A large part of this course was dedicated to the teaching process, lecturing, fitness, field drills and service clinics, so personal skills were only one part of the story. I came away with more signatures than I ever dreamed of, although truly I thought I would get 0, and a quiet but disbelieving confidence that I would make it one day as a GUE instructor in a few years' time. During this month, I also got to know Elizabeth Kroger, a young graduate from California and who was a previous top 10 candidate for the 2022 NextGen Scholarship Programme. She came to help me set up this GUE Recreational Scientific Week project, along with producing a documentary about young scientists trying to develop projects of their own. We wanted to test benthic habitat diversity, seagrass abundance, anthropogenic impact, so trash, and indicator species. We also wanted to showcase the trials and problems one faced when trying to build a project from the ground up. So it was so amazing to dive with her, even if we had to leave our first dive after about 20 minutes due to her borrowed dry suit flooding, so a wetsuit it was for her. The next few days were dedicated to dry runs to test our gear and to ascertain the methods of sampling the seagrass beds. So we wanted to do video on quadrats, look at the blade density and length of Pacific patches too. However, an unprecedented storm caused like a veritable swamp of stick debris from the surrounding hills to go onto our entire dive site. So of course at this point it was touch and go if we should even go in, and as like the lead and producer I had to make the final call. In the end we went in, so I was panicking if I had made the wrong choice or not, and even though the footage was a bit terrible due to the lack of viz and bright green waters as you can see here, it was still super fun, told a story, and we learned a lot. So from Eric's photo quadrat setup not working to take efficient images as the blades of seagrass here were too long for it, to getting lost in the patches ourselves, and so the footage filmed was not the most interesting, so we had so much fun trying to figure out the process of sampling with limited gear and with the worst luck in the weather. I also learned so much about the process of documentary filmmaking, and there were so many small details I didn't even think I had to think about until the question was asked, so stay tuned for the final result. And we even had time for some trash cleanup dives, and as you can see I was very happy at finally getting a piece of plastic out the oceans. And finally, it was time for me to get out on the boat for the GUE Creative Week, wreck diving. This is one of my very first huge wrecks to dive on actually, and it was such an amazing feeling to also be diving to 30 meters in twin set and dry suit for actually my 3rd time ever. And although I didn't tell anyone, it was actually my 300th dive, so a special one. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for following my journey thus far, and as always there is a longer prose blog linked below, and please like, comment and subscribe to follow along for more adventures.